Hello, welcome everyone. This is Mompreneurs to Millionaires. So glad you are here today. Today we are talking about how to get more clients using Facebook groups. Woo! I love talking about Facebook groups. If you've been around here for a while, tell me, do you feel like you are posting and hoping? Tell me below if you feel like you have just been posting and hoping it lands on the right ears, right? Tell me below. What I have learned over the last decade is that if you build it, they do not just come, right? Tell me below, has anyone felt that way, right? You thought if you built the right social media platform, profile, store, shop, website, if you built the perfect thing, you thought people would just show up, right? Tell me below if you felt like that. All right, I'm going to share how I learned this lesson and what to do about it, right? I'm going to share with you my 3 easy ways to get more clients. They're a simple strategy, very easy, 3 steps. And then I'm going to share with you my 5-step framework on how to grow and use your Facebook group as your perfect, easy leads funnel. So stick around. You definitely don't want to miss this. All right, so thanks so much to everyone who voted. I put out a poll every Tuesday in my Facebook group on what topic we should talk about. So if you have any topic ideas, definitely feel free to drop them below, or you can always message me separately. I would love to hear what questions are coming up for you, right? What questions do you feel like are holding you back from your business? What questions keep recurring, right? Or are an open loop in your brain, right? What are some questions every week or even every day where you're like, God, if I could figure this part out, right? Let's talk about it. Let's figure this out together. My big mission in life is that we can all learn from each other. If we can share access to knowledge, we can all rise, right? We rise together. I'm moving up and I'm bringing you with me. So stick around, definitely hang tight. All right, I always invite you with these videos, right? I know you're resourceful, right? You are here watching this video, you are wanting to get little tidbits, little tricks, something that can help move your business forward, right? So with that, I invite you to put on an abundance crown, right? I love calling it a crown because you are a goddess. We are all goddesses from within. And you have the power to change, right? So here, we love talking about abundance. To me, abundance means that all things are possible, right? Everything you want in life is possible. You have the power, right? The power is within you. You have the power to change. You have the power to change your mindset. You have the power to take action, right? It is with you. So with every free download, with every free video that you're watching or free content, I invite you to write down 2 things, right? So with today's video, just write down 2 action items that you get from today, right? Whether it's an aha moment, whether it's something you're gonna try, whether it's even a question that came up, right? From some of my content, from some of my ideas. If there was a question that came up or just something new, right? Or a little spark where you're just like, oh, that's different, right? I'm gonna try that. I would love to hear what your 2 action items are, or you can always message me, of course, if you have questions. So with do it yourself, right? With every free material, I always encourage you to get something out of it. So with this video, right, today you're spending time with me, you are listening to new ideas, you want to get something out of it, right? You want some action. So definitely be thinking about what are some things that you can do or take away from this video that can help either change your mindset or that you can apply to your business. I would love to hear that. All right, so with that, right, with all the free material, I always say you can download all the free material in the world, but no one's gonna come, right, and rescue your business. You are the one that has to make the change, right? If your life is not the way you want it, if your business is not the way that you want it, you are the only one that can make the difference, right? So I always like to say also, we are not meant to do this alone, right? One of my beautiful clients said that quote, and I love quoting her all the time, but we are not meant to do this alone, right? Especially women. We love being in community together, right? That's why I think Facebook groups is such a powerful tool, because women love gathering, women love belonging together, finding your tribe, let's grow together, right? You're not meant to do this alone. You're not meant to build a business on your own. Learn from people who have gone before you, right? And let's share the knowledge and move up together. That's what life, I think, is all about. All right, so definitely write down a few ideas. Also, I like to say that sometimes doing it yourself is the slowest way to either success or failure, right? If you're gonna fail, if this isn't gonna work out, and by the way, I think all things are possible, it can absolutely work out, but if you were gonna have to pivot, wouldn't you rather get there faster, right? Doing it yourself is the slowest way to fail. Isn't that crazy, right? So sometimes it takes stepping out of your comfort zone, right? If you feel like there is hesitation within you, if you feel like there is something blocking your business, where there's just a little piece where you're like, I just don't want to take that step, I'm not ready, right? That can feel really scary, right? And that's the reason that you don't take that step, is because it's your fear that is trying to keep you into what it knows, right? Your ego, your fear is trying to keep you safe. So if there is any advice that I like to drop is that your fear is keeping you small. No growth is going to happen inside your comfort zone. It is often going to take a little leap of faith, stepping out of your comfort zone, trying something new. If your life is not the way you want it, if your business is not the way you want it, it is going to take a little bit of a leap of faith to move forward, right? Because you already know what's been happening, right? You already know what has gotten you this far. And if it's only gotten you this far, right, you know it's not going to get you to the next level. So if you want to level up, right, I definitely think it's recognizing that fear and doing it anyway, right? Taking that leap of faith. All right, tell me if you agree, right? I'd love to hear. It's your fear that is keeping you small. Okay, so with that right mindset, I think is everything. So if you're new here, my name's Christina. I have been in business for over a decade, right? Different forms of a business, but really coaching for the last 10 years. I started my first little Etsy shop back in 2010, and I very quickly realized, right, that message, the internet is huge. If you build it, they do not just come, right? I really thought if I just set up my perfect shop, take the right pictures, have the perfect listings, people would just show up, right? Newsflash, they don't. The internet is giant. So what I found with my Etsy shop, is that there are other Facebook groups full of Etsy shop owners. And they were also having the same struggles that I was, right? We could community together. We could rise together. We could build each other up and support each other. And that is the biggest lesson that I learned, and the only thing that made that Etsy shop have any sales, right? So definitely learning from other Etsy shop owners and being in community with them. That was the only thing that helped that Etsy shop. Fast forward to 2014, my husband and I opened up a little brick and mortar store. So I love talking about the bike shop. It was a bike shop / coffee shop. My husband loved bikes. I loved coffee. It was the perfect little marriage. And it was really fun, right? We loved it. We loved being in our local community. We loved getting to know the people in it, and we really love where we're at. We still love our community. But it was such a learning experience, right? Again, smacked in the face with, if you build it, people don't just show up, right? Even in person, right? We thought we had the perfect location, all the right colors, the right products, the right coffee, the right service, the right everything. People don't just show up, right? You have to go to them. So that is definitely the biggest lesson that I have learned. And especially at the bike shop, we also learned about Facebook groups, right? In our local town, there are lots of Facebook groups. I'm sure you're a part of many in your local area, whether it's your neighborhood, your city, your community, your town, whatever that looks like. So we quickly created our own Facebook group for that bike shop. And I really wish we had utilized it. Knowing what I know now, utilized it even more. However, it was the only thing that I think really carried that business for the short 2 years that we were open, right? Because what a testament it is that bike group is still up and running. That Facebook group that we created it for events, to go on bike rides, to get people involved, to really build our own community. And 10 years later, right, we shut that business in 2016. Here we are 10 years later, there are still guys getting together in that Facebook group and going on rides together, right? What a testament to community. Everyone wants to belong. Everyone wants to meet with people who have like-minded goals and ideas, right? We all want to be in community together. We all want to be seen, heard, and belong. So to me, that is such the testament to Facebook groups. And I think every business could benefit from a Facebook group because your customers want to belong, right? If they believe in your mission, if they believe in your products, if they believe in your service, they want to be a part of something, right? And I think Facebook groups is the easiest way to get people into your container, into your world. So that's really the why, right? Is over on social media profiles, on a regular profile, you have no control over your followers, right? People can follow you, you have no idea why, and you can't control whether they follow you or not. Inside a Facebook group, this is where you get to know your audience. There are many levers that you can pull to get more engagement inside your Facebook group, but also to know their level of interest. Why are they interested in your service, right? What level are they at? Where are they at with their problem, right? You want to know more. What words are resonating with them, right? This is why the Facebook group is such a valuable tool because you can really get to know your audience. Your social media profile is much more like a billboard, right? I like to say it's more of like a broadcast. It's a one-way street. Some people are engaging, and that would be great if you can get some engagement over there, but it's much harder. Inside your Facebook group, this is much more like a party. You want to treat your Facebook group like a party. Nobody wants to show up to the host where she's just broadcasting about herself, right? You want to get your people talking inside your party. So that is really what the Facebook group is. That is what I teach with my clients. What I love, one of my clients, she was really hell-bent on creating a course. She really had it in her mind. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this beautiful course and I'm going to get people to buy. She was ready to spend a bunch of money on building a platform for her course, whether it was Kajabi, whether it was another platform, right? She was really set on building this course. We got together, and I think building an audience is so much more important first. So I said to her, great, if you build this course, who's going to buy it, right? So we together built a Facebook group, and what she quickly realized is that she didn't want to do a course, right? We set up a very simple course. She completed, right? She did all the videos. She created her course. It was everything she wanted, but we just set it up on Google, on a Google Drive, right? So that she could very quickly, easily send it to people. It was on, whether it was Google or YouTube or something very simple, something that she didn't have to pay for. And she realized she wanted to change her whole goal of her business, right? Had she spent all of her money in just doing this one course and no one bought it, and then she decided she didn't want to do that? Can you imagine? So I'm so glad that we worked together, and she is still building this beautiful Facebook group and building a community, but she has turned, her offers into a bunch of different avenues, and she has those options because she can get actual feedback from her customers, actual feedback from her audience in order to know what they need, what they want, where she wants to help, how she can help, all of those things, right? So building an audience to me is far more important before you perfect your offers, you tweak your messaging, before you do any of that, unless you have feedback from your direct ideal clients. So to me, that is what is so powerful about the Facebook group. All right, so back to my 3 easy ways to get more clients. Like I said at the bike shop, if you build it, they don't just come, right? You have to go to them. So that is number 1, go where your audience is. Go to them. It is not enough to just be passive and stay and hope and post and just wait for them to come to you. No one is coming, right? We're all so busy. They are scrolling through their feed. They might see one post. They might not see any other posts. They might be interested, but they're not seeing it. They're not engaging with it. You have to go to them, right? So figure out who your audience is and go to them, right? So we're going to talk more about that. But that's really the first step. You have to go to them, whether that's sending them a DM, whether that's figuring out where they hang out, whether that is, right, knowing who they are and what their interests are. So really go to them. The number 2 easiest way to get clients is once you know who they are and you have gone to them, you have to warm them up. You have to nurture them, right? Notice your own habits. It is not, unless it's a really giant, national campaign, it is really hard for you to see one post and click and buy. Right? You have to get to know them. Has to be in your world. It has to stay top of mind. You have to be like, oh yeah, I've seen that again. I do need that. Oh yeah, I think I need that. Oh yeah, I really need that. Okay, now I'm ready to actually buy. Right? It takes a number of steps and a lot of mindset shifts in order for someone to be actually ready to buy. And you've got to get them in your world, right? You hook them in and then you warm them up. So that is number 2, is really finding some type of vessel to warm them up. And to me, the Facebook group is the perfect container to do this. Get them into your vessel so that you can warm them up to your system, get them talking, get them engaging, get their feedback, figure out where they're at, right? What's resonating with them, what words, what their problems are, get them talking. That is really the key. All right, and then the third easiest way to get clients is follow-up, right? Follow-up. Tell me below how you feel about your follow-up game, right? This is the part where so many people drop the ball, right? Because it feels hard. It is easy to get discouraged. If people don't respond, you're like, I don't want to bug them, right? Tell me if you feel like you are bugging people when you follow up. This is such a common misconception, right? So many people are saying, well, they never, I sent them a message and then they ghosted me. Or I asked them if they were interested and then they never responded. More than likely, it is not that they're not interested. It is that they forgot about you, right? That message got pushed down, that email ended up in their junk folder, right? All of those things. I see this so much. The Calendly invite ended up in their junk drawer, in their junk folder, right? In their email. It is so easy for people to forget about you. We are all bombarded with so much information. They forgot about you. Follow up, right? You have got to go to them and follow up. So you've got to get organized in the background, right? And figure out the best way to do this. So I think putting systems in place so that you can create a habit that lights you up and is effective, I think that is the easiest way to make sure that you're following up with the people you want to follow up with. So these are all things that I handle in my one-on-one coaching program. I would love to talk more with any of you. If you feel like you need a little bit more strategy, you need a better follow-up game, a better warm-up game, and even a better go-to-them game, right? Let's talk. You can just say strategy below. I always start with a free either social media audit or sexy systems audit where we can look at your comprehensive strategy and figure out where the gaps are. Where are you not getting leads? Where are you not attracting the right people? And how are you not following up or nurturing them? So definitely just say strategy below if you feel like you need a little bit more help with that. All right, so those were the 3 easy ways to get more clients, right? Super simple. Go to them, warm them up, and then follow up, right? Of course, it's much more nuanced in that, right? You've got to figure out what that looks like for your business, but those are really the simple steps of every successful business. So now we're going to talk about my five-step framework for how to grow your Facebook group, how to use it as your sales funnel, as your leads funnel, how to get clients from your Facebook group. So I call it my GROW method, right? GROW, and then the last secret one is S. So the first step in growing your group in order to get clients is G, get really clear on your audience, right? You have to know who your audience is. Get clear on your audience. That is step number 1. You have to know who to get into your audience in order to be selling to the right people, right? You've got to get clear on your audience. Step 2 is R. You have got to ask the right questions. So these are the qualifying questions when people come into your group. So these are the membership entry questions. To me, this is the easiest way to get leads every single day from your Facebook group. If you're not getting leads every single day, we need to talk, right? Your Facebook group can be doing so much more work for you. Many of you may have Facebook groups, but if you feel like it is dead or you're not getting the right people or you're not getting people coming into it every single day, let's talk, because there are different levers that you can pull to get more engagement, get more qualified people coming in, and get more people coming in. So definitely let's talk. So get clear on your audience, ask the right membership questions, right? Ask those right entry questions to qualify your people. You have much more control as to who gets into your group, right? You cannot control your followers over here on social media, but you get to decide who gets into your group, right? And that is the beautiful part and most important part of growing a Facebook group to get more clients. All right, the third step is O, using other Facebook groups. You are already in other Facebook groups, right? You're in my Facebook group. You're in probably lots of other Facebook groups. Use those other Facebook groups. You're using other people's audiences, right? Other people have built these beautiful Facebook groups, right? Use those other audiences to get people into your world. So use other Facebook groups to invite people over to your Facebook group, right? And this is, of course, right, a little bit nuanced. You're asking, okay, how do I get people from other Facebook groups into your Facebook group? This is where we can talk and really deep dive. It's going to be different for every single business. You've really got to find a way to get people to answer questions, get people engaging over in other Facebook groups, figure out what words resonate with them, and figure out a way to get them over to your Facebook group. But that is definitely a great way and a great strategy that you may not be utilizing to your full advantage, right? If you are not getting people from other Facebook groups to come over to your Facebook group, that is a giant piece of the puzzle that you are missing because you're already in other Facebook groups, right? Make it work for you. All right, and then the fourth step is warm DM, so W, G-R-O-W. Warm DMs, right? This is really all part of that go to them. Once you figure out who your audience is, once you ask them the right questions and you have qualified where they are at with their problem and how interested they are, and then you've used other Facebook groups to get them into your Facebook group, here is where you send them a warm DM, right? If they have already answered some questions to get into your Facebook group, they are a warm audience member, right? They are a warm lead because they've already said they're interested. You're not just randomly reaching out to some stranger on the internet. They have already gotten into your world and probably already answered some questions. That is a warm lead and it is your job to follow up, right? They're expecting you to. If they answered your questions, they are expecting you to follow up. So follow up, send them a warm DM. This is the easiest way to turn warm leads into actual paying clients. Start those conversations. Content is not enough to convert, right? Content is not converting. You've got to build relationships, and the easiest way to build relationships is to start conversations. Start those one-on-one conversations in the DMs and work on finding ways to send warm DMs, right? Nobody likes a super cold DM, right? We've all gotten those. And that is only adding to this fear of sales, right? I feel like if we get one cold DM from someone else, we're like, oh, I don't want to be that, right? We know that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel genuine. I didn't ask for your opinion. I didn't ask for you to email me. I didn't ask for you to send me a message. That's just noise in my world, and I'm not even interested in that, right? I don't have time for that. I might be interested. I might have been interested if I had said yes to something. And that is where you come in with your clients. If they say yes to something, that is a warm DM. They are expecting you to reach out. So reach out. Start the conversation. Start a relationship, right? All right, and the last secret step to my 5-step framework to growing your group is S, slay engagement, right? That can be the hardest part. Tell me below if you have a Facebook group and you feel like people are just not engaging, right? If you feel like you have a dead Facebook group or it's turned into crickets, you post over there and nobody's showing up, right? Tell me. That can be so frustrating, right? So that last piece of my framework is really slay engagement. You've got to figure out ways to get more engagement inside your group because here's the special sauce, right? If you have a healthy amount of people coming into your group every single day and you have engagement inside your group, Facebook is going to do more work for you. They are going to send your group, suggest your group to more people that are already in your group and already engaging. Isn't that what you want, right? We want the algorithm to do more work for us, not less, of course, right? And it is far easier to get the algorithm working for your Facebook group as opposed to your post over here on social media profile, especially if it is a business page, right? Business pages, unfortunately, are the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to Facebook algorithm. They're going to show you your friends' content first, then they're going to show you groups and events, then they're going to show you Facebook pages, right? Business pages. Because if it were all ads all day, right? And granted, there's a lot of ads all day. If it were all of that, you wouldn't stick around on Facebook. It wouldn't have grown to the giant network that it is, right? We all want to see what our friends are up to. We all want to stay connected. That is the purpose of Facebook. That is how it was built. We want to connect with our friends. So that's what it's going to show you first. And groups are also a part of the community, right? It wants to show you your communities more so than a business, right? So definitely keep that in mind that you want these, you want the algorithm working for you, right? Get Facebook to do more work for you. That's what we all want. So that's the last piece, is slay engagement. So if you have questions on how to get your group engaging, I think the easiest way is to ask more questions. Ask more questions inside your Facebook group. Your Facebook group, again, is much more like a party. You want to get your people talking, get them talking to each other, get them to answer questions that are related to your topic, right? Or maybe not. Ask them questions that are just fun. Get them engaging, right? Get the conversation started. So that is definitely the key to, I think, engagement inside your Facebook group. If you have any questions about any of this, right, I know it can be a little bit more nuanced with all of these steps, right? It's simple to create a framework, but it is much more tricky and much more intricate for every single business, right? Every single business is going to look a little bit different in all these 5 steps. That is something I dive deeper into my VIP challenge. It is just $27, and it is 5 days of me in Messenger helping you apply each of these 5 steps to your specific business. So I have a video that goes deeper into each of these 5 steps, and then we talk about it in Messenger, and we talk specifically how to apply that to your business, your Facebook group, and get it going again. So if you're at all interested in the VIP challenge, just say VIP below. I would love to work with you one-on-one over in Messenger, where we can really make some moves into your Facebook group. It is called 50 Members in 5 Days. So growing your Facebook group by 50 members in 5 days will really jumpstart the engagement and really help you nail down your system so that you can show up every day and know exactly what you need to do to get leads every single day coming into your business. So that's the goal. My goal is always 5 to 10 qualified leads coming into your Facebook group every single day. If that's something that sounds great with you, definitely just say VIP below. I would love to work with you on that. I think it is the easiest way, right? And the quickest way. Definitely a lot of people say that your website can be a long game, social media can be a long game. The Facebook group is a quick game. It is really easy to get people to say yes today. Wouldn't you want people to say yes today? Right? It is the quickest way to get people into your world, warm them up, and then follow up with them, right? That is the easiest funnel out there, I think. So if you want more strategy, definitely feel free to say strategy, or if you're interested in that VIP challenge, feel free to say VIP. I always like to leave you with a little, little tidbits. Don't waste years like I did, right? I wasted years after the bike shop, really stuck in my mindset and stuck in a posting and hoping cycle. I thought that was all I had control over. If people are not responding to my posts, I must need to change my posts or do more of them, right? Doing more of the same thing is not going to get you different results. If people are not responding to your posts, if people are not responding to your content, it is not about doing more content. You've got to figure out a way to get more people to see you, get them into your world, get them warmed up, and get feedback on exactly what is resonating with them. Your message may be perfect. Your offer may be perfect. Enough people are not seeing it, right? It is more than likely that your content is fine. It is that people are not seeing it and they don't know how to respond to it. That is more of the problem that I see. It is not that you need to be more consistent. How many of you, right, have said, oh, I just need to be, if I was just more consistent, right? That is the message that we get out there in the world. You need to be more consistent. I'm here to tell you, if your posts are not converting, more posts is not the answer, right? You showing up every day is not what's going to magically move the needle, right? You have got to get people to respond, engage, get them into your world, warm them up, follow up, build relationships. That is what's going to actually turn leads into paying clients. All right, thanks so much for sticking around.